Hello, welcome back to Algebra 51, Solving the Mysteries of Algebra. Today we're going to talk, this is actually going to be part 2 of a section 1.06, Solving Linear Inequalities. Now, if you haven't seen the first part, it's online here, so you can go ahead and look at it. Now, what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about the AND graph and the OR graph. Now these graphs are on the number line, and they draw in two different ways. The AND graph draws like this. If you were on a number line, you draw a circle. Remember how you drew a circle and you drew a line going straight across? Well, in this case, it would be a circle on either end, and everything inside here, every little bit inside this line would be completely part of the the solutions. That's an AND graph where they connect. Now these ends here could be solid. That one could be solid. That one could be solid. But in this case, I'm just showing without the hole in it. And I just made a mistake there. Okay. All right. Now next is the OR. The OR is going to be a little bit different. Well, actually, very different. You're going to draw, it's going to have two circles like this, but instead of these two lines coming together, one will go this way and the other will go that way. So this means, let's say this was negative right here. If this could be like a -2 and this right here could be a +2, you could say it's less than, all the solutions would be less than -2 or greater than +2. So that is what you call an OR statement. And now I'm going to show you an example of an AND statement and an OR statement. Here we go. And the AND statement is going to look like this, or an AND graph. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to say -9 is less than 2x minus 3 is less than 7. And there's an equation here, and there's an equation right in between here and right in between here. So there's three sides to this equation. One here, and one here. And these three equations, just like any other equation, you have to have, whatever you do on one one area of the equation, you have to do it everywhere. So instead of doing it in two spots, like one on side of the equals, you're now doing it in three spots, here, here, and here. So we're gonna do that. And what the heck, I'll just put another color there. So we're going to we're trying to isolate this x here. So we're going to say +3, and then we do the same thing over here, and then we do the same thing over here. And when you bring it down, and we'll bring it back, we'll give it a nice clean spot here. This right here becomes -6 is less than 2x. This is gone, so then we'll just put the less than. This right here becomes 10. Now we will need to solve for this 2x right here. See this 2 right here in front of this x? It's this right here. It needs to go away. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another division move. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 2 here. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and divide by 2. And then we clean that up. See what that gives us. That gives us, this becomes -6. This will be -3 is less than x is less than 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now, if we draw this on a number line, let me get a nice red number line. Well, let's try blue. A blue number line. How does that look? Look pretty good. So we're going to put a 0 here. And this will be a -1, a -2, a -3. And we'll do, over here, we'll do a 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got to extend it a little bit. 4, 5. We need, that's good enough. Well, let's put one more here. I'll put another one here, -4. Okay, now when I go to draw this graph, and I'm going to do that in red. I'll do it in green. What the heck? I'll do it in green. Let's do it in red. So I come back here and I look at, see a -3. Now there's no underlined scores on these equations. And because of that, well, that means it's also equal. And remember, when it's equal, we're going to color it. If it had a little equal sign underneath it, we would have to color in the holes. So we're going to start here, an open circle, and X is, and then we'll have one here for 5, open circle, because that's the other one, other value, -3 and 5, and everything in between here, all this counts. And that's how you draw. That's how you draw an AND graph. Pretty good, huh? All right, next we're going to talk about an OR graph. Let's talk about an OR graph. Okay, so for an OR graph, it's going to be, here's a problem for an OR graph. This is going to be 4x minus 2 is less than or equal to, now that right there, it means you're going to have a solid line there, or 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and whatever we do on this, we got to do here and here. So we're gonna try to, what was that, greater than or equal to 2. Excuse me, I forgot to put a 2 right there. You may see that 2. That's a terrible 2, isn't it? Let's try a little bit, like that. All right, now I need to solve for this x. So I'm going to just, for this one right here, I'm just going to put a +2, and I'm going to use a light blue for that. We'll put a +2, and then I'll put a +2 here because that's the other side of this equation. There's the equal to and everything. And this becomes 4x. 4x is less than or equal to, because this is gone, this becomes 4. And then x becomes less than or equal to 1, because you divide by 4 on both sides. Then you come over here, and I'm going to do a different partial here. Move that over a little bit. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to add a 3 over here and add a 3 here. And draw our lines, and this becomes 2x is greater than or equal to 6. Of course, we divide by 2 on both sides. It becomes x is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, now we draw our number line. And I'm gonna draw a light blue number line. And we know that one of the values is 1, so that should make it pretty easy. Let's put 0 right here, and then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, -3. Leave it at that. -3, -1. -2, -1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll draw this line here. Let's use red for that. The first one is 1. Well, it's right here, and because it has an equal sign underneath it, we're going to put a solid red line. solid dot. Over here, you got an x as greater than or equal to 3. I'm going to put a solid block, a solid dot, because it's solid. Now, x is greater than 3, so it goes this way. There's 4, that's greater than 3, so this line draws this way. And this one says it's less than 1, so those lines go that way. You see how that is? There are two lines going in the opposite direction. This one's going zoom that way, and this one's going boom that way. And that's how you draw an OR statement. That's how you graph. That's how you graph an OR statement as well. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.